Welcome back, Tater Tots, to my channel for a new episode of the K-Drama Legacy Generation 1 Fisherman's Daughter, episode 14. So, in the last episode, our girls got the chance to be models with Sohee and had a total blast. And later on, Yoonah and Hyung-sik had some time alone, and he told her that he has to leave the island for a bit to take care of some things with the business back home. And so Yoonah was feeling pretty sad, especially after he left, and she started letting self-doubt creep in and trying to figure out if he would really come back or not. But thankfully, her friends were there for her, and not soon after, Hyung-sik called her and asked if she would come be his +1 for a huge business party that his family is having in the city. And that is where it leads us to the start of today's episode. After receiving the invitation from Hyung-sik to fly out to be with him for the business party, I waited a few days before talking to Mom and Dad about it. I wanted to make sure that I explained it the right way. I decided to talk to Dad alone about it. He and I were close, so I always gave him most of the details since he wasn't one to jump to conclusions like Mom. He listened to everything and gave me his full support. He also told me to keep my chin up and not to let myself be intimidated by Hyung-sik's mother. He also agreed to act like he was hearing it for the first time when I would tell Mom. With the plan in motion, I sat them both down to talk that night. I basically just told my mom that Hyung-sik needed help with a project for his family's business and they needed a local from the island to help out. She did seem to believe it, but by the way she was smiling, I knew she was secretly hoping for more. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't too. With everyone on the same page, they both agreed it would be fine and wished me a safe trip. That weekend, both Min and Do-hwan came with me to the airport to see me off. Dad was off on a fishing trip, Mom was selling his catches at the market, and Hanyul was off with her friends. Min was so excited for me and was running through her list of all the things she wanted to know. Tell me what type of dress you wear, the food, the music, what the people are like, what his house looks like, what type of cars they have, everything. Tell me everything. I want play-by-play details. Even Do-hwan chimed in. Yeah, I'm curious how it'll go too. Especially with that old hag there. You know, his ma. Min turned and smacked him in the chest. Do-hwan! Don't be rude. That's still Hyung-sik's mother. Jeez. Besides, she could be Yoonah's future mother-in-law for all we know. I laughed lightly as Min gave me a wink. I was definitely nervous about going to a new place on my own. After all, it was honestly my first time ever to leave the island. Flying didn't scare me, but just the thought of having no idea where I would be made me anxious. Thanks for coming to see me off, you two. I really appreciate it. Check in with my family while I'm gone and make sure they're doing okay. Yoonah, you're only gonna be gone for a week. You make it sound like you're leaving on a month-long excursion. I guess you're right. It must be the nerves. I laughed, twiddling my fingers nervously. Min walked forward, embracing me. Everything's gonna be fine, girl. Don't stress. We've got your back. Just focus on getting to see Hyung-sik. I'm sure he's just excited as you are to see him. Now get going before you miss your flight. You're right. Thanks, Min. I'll catch you two later. That said, I raced off into the airport. The flight really wasn't all that bad. It took about 3 hours. The view from my window was stunning. I'd never seen such a gorgeous view from way up high. I loved seeing the ocean, the clouds, and the mountain range we went over. Once we landed and I exited the gate, I could feel my anxiety creeping back in. The airport here was much bigger than the small one in Sulani. I wasn't sure where to go. I looked around, lost in thought. Didn't Hyung-sik say someone was going to be coming to get me or something? How was I going to know who it was? I began stressing myself out, worried that I might get myself lost and left alone in a location foreign to me. Just then, I heard someone say my name from behind me. Miss Yu? It was a woman's voice. I turned around. Standing just a few feet from me was a woman dressed in a business suit. She had an earpiece in her ear and wore a serious expression. My name is Ji-woo Kim. I'm here to pick you up for Mr. Park. I stared at her blankly for a second. Mr. Park? Then I realized she meant Hyung-sik. I just wasn't used to hearing him called that name. Yeah, that's me. Sorry, I was just a little confused for a second there. Understood. Please, Miss Yu, if you would follow me this way. She bowed and motioned in a different direction. I followed her through the airport, past large groups of people waiting for their flights, shops, escalators, and finally, to the exit. There was a black car waiting out front for us. She opened the door and motioned for me to climb in the back seat. Within minutes, we were on our way. I had no idea where we were going. I just knew that the scenery during the drive was beautiful. There was so much grass and green lush trees. It was so different from Sulani with all the sand and palm trees everywhere. Not to mention, the air felt completely different. It was much less humid than what I was used to, and I had to admit, it felt great. About an hour later, we pulled up outside of a house. As I pulled my luggage from the trunk, I looked up, my mouth dropping. Never, in all my life, had I seen such a huge house. I mean, Hyung-sik didn't live in a house. He lived in a mansion. My thoughts were interrupted as the woman from the airport walked up to me. "Welcome to the Park home. I'll escort you inside and show you to your room. Please follow me." I nodded my head lightly, as I was still shocked by what I was seeing. I knew that his family owned a business and that they most likely had good money from it, but I never imagined it was to this extent. As we entered the house, I was met with the most exquisite of decor, lighting, and very large, oversized rooms. I felt like I was walking through a museum. Miss Kim would show me different rooms as we went by, letting me know where the kitchen was and bathrooms. We soon headed down a grand staircase to the basement. Finally, we arrived outside a room, Miss Kim opening the door, guiding me inside. "This is where you'll be staying during your visit." I couldn't believe it. The room was gorgeous. Never in my life did I ever think I would stay in a room like this. It was insane. I had to pinch myself a bit to remind myself that this was real. "If I may, Miss Yu, please allow me to see your phone for just a moment." I handed her my phone, not sure what she wanted to do with it. "In case you're in need of anything, here's my number. When here in the house, please just use the call buttons located in each room, and it will patch you through. Please don't hesitate if you need anything." I thanked her as she handed it back to me. There is one thing." She looked at me expectantly, waiting for me to continue. Where's Hyung-sik?" "Ah, Mr. Park. He's currently still in a business meeting at the office. He should be arriving sometime within the next hour or two." I think she could sense my disappointment, so she continued. "In the meantime, please make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to explore the house, swim in the pool, or if you wish to go into town, let me know and I'll arrange it so." "Thank you very much, Miss Kim. I really appreciate it. I'll be sure to let you know." With that, she bowed and left. Now that I was alone, I took my time gazing around the room at everything. I really did want to explore the house, but I was a bit afraid that I might run into you-know-who, so I decided in the meantime I could take some pictures of the room to send to Min. I knew for a fact she would lose her mind over this. After all the traveling from the day, I found myself feeling quite tired, so I decided to take a nap. I wasn't sure what time it was when I was woken up by a knock on my door. I sat up quickly. Come in." Naturally, I assumed it would be Miss Kim, but got an even better surprise. Standing before me was Hyung-sik. I leapt off the bed and raced towards him. I leapt into his arms, giving him a big hug. He squeezed me back and made everything I had been worried about just disappear. "Hey, you. I'm glad you made it. Did everything go all right?" I nodded my head. "Good. Sorry about not being able to pick you up myself. Today's been a pretty crazy day." "Don't worry about it. I'm just glad that you're here now." He smirked. "Me too. Would you, be alright if I steal you for a bit?" He winked at me. I chuckled. "Not at all." "Great. Let me change clothes real quick and I'll come right back." I smiled and nodded my head. Just before he turned to leave, he leaned over my shoulder, kissing my cheek. The butterflies in my stomach extended themselves out into the rest of my body. My heart was beating like a drum. As much as I was still nervous about whatever would happen while I was there, I couldn't help but let myself be overtaken by the pure bliss and happiness I felt every second I was with him. Hyung-sik went to go and take a shower, so currently Yoonah is just reading through a novel while she waits for him to change clothes and whatnot. Looks like she is reading some untamed treachery of the heart. While parts of this saucy novel contain examples of your more typical treachery, the vast majority of this treachery is completely untamed. And I feel like I just saw Hyung-sik walk by. Where did he go? Boy, where are you? Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay, yeah, he's going to take a shower now. But while we are paused here for just a minute, I thought I would show you guys. I guess I could just let him do what he's doing. This is the Park home. So you guys can see it is huge. And this is just the basement, okay? Like it is ginormous. And so this here is Hyung-sik's bathroom, which is huge. And then we've got, this is his bedroom, and I'm probably gonna change the color of this light, set color and intensity of this light. I feel like I would like it if it was, yeah, not as yellowish. There we go. Oh, he looks a lot more comfortable now. And there's this like little waiting room in between. This is another additional bedroom that they have set up. And then this is, I love how this toilet, no, I did not build this house, by the way. This is something I did get off of the gallery, and it is absolutely stunning. And so yeah, this is like the party room for dances or for business type functions, a bar, some gaming. Here is a bedroom that also has like a study. So sometimes when they have business partners come from out of town, they will stay here in this room where they can do work. And then they have a nice big bathroom that they can do whatever they need to. This is of course the room Yoonah is staying in, and she has this huge gorgeous walk-in closet that she has never even dreamed of. And then this is her bathroom, and then off to the side there is another like secret little study that has a fireplace and whatnot. And so let's go upstairs now so that you guys can see. So we had our front entrance. Let me go over here, which is out here. The pool looks like Hyung-sik is going for a dip. And so yeah, it is the evening, so it's not 100% super dark yet, but it's about to be. And so they have out here, let me put everything up. There's this little sitting area with a bar out here where you can hang around the swimming pool out front. And yes, guys, look at this house. It is gorgeous. I'm obsessed with all these like vines hanging off of it. I don't know how people build stuff like this, but it is stunning. There's this outdoor table. There is, oh my gosh, I already forgot her name. Jiwoo? I can't remember. But anyways, the assistant to the Park family. And there's these beautiful drapes that are part of the entrance to the house. And there are multiple entrances that you can see, and of course a gorgeous balcony, several gorgeous balconies. And then if we go downstairs to the first floor, you guys can see this is our entryway. Very fancy, very bougie. And then we have another guest bedroom here with a little bathroom off to the side. Here is a children's bedroom because they do have other family members, and when their children come to visit, that way they have their own little place. This is the huge kitchen and a big, like a lot of counter space, a big table, and kind of like another sitting area, but that's open. I guess kind of like a cabana vibe, I guess, something like that. Beautiful, gorgeous fountain here. The living room, I'm loving the couch setup with the fireplace and the TV and more like reading, relaxing. There's lots of different rooms here with different vibes, if you get my drift. And then of course this is the back part of the house that you guys can see. There is another fountain, and just look at this, look at the beautiful trees, because it is fall and so it is a lot colder here. And we are in Willow Creek, but I'm pretending it's not called Willow Creek because, you know, we're going to go with the vibes of just what's happening. But here are some more bedrooms up here. Over in this area, this is actually his mother's room. So she has an additional, like a walk-in closet with her room up here, her own like little private study, and her huge bathroom. They have another guest bedroom, and then, oh, sorry, this is his mother's room right here. This is, no, that is his mother's room over here. Okay, I'm getting confused because this house is getting too big. They got some treadmills for some working out, some more guest bedrooms, just lots and lots of bedrooms that are really unnecessary, but you know, when you got the money, why not, right? So, whew, getting winded just talking about all that. So anyways, our girl, oh, I forgot that she's supposed to be at work chat. I'm gonna have her, can she take PTO or is it too late? I don't want her to quit job. Take vacation day. There we go. So I'm gonna have her take a vacation day because we are technically on vacation, if you get my drift, you know, because she's like out here. She's not even like on the island, so she can't go to the restaurant. So just pretend that she already put in her PTO and she is ready to go. So her and Hyung-sik are planning because he wants to steal her for a little bit. So he has been wanting to go stargazing with her. So we are going to definitely do that. I'm going to have him come down here and she is going to, enjoy her day off. And hopefully, Hyung-sik, I need him to get back down here. Who knows how long it's going to take him. He is here now, so they are just going to chat it up for a little bit just to catch up. She's like, so you said you had a rough day at work. What happened exactly? He's like, just a lot of deals kind of going south and things like that. Oh wait, Yoonah has learned that Hyung-sik has the following skill, dancing. Oh, and he's outgoing. That's cool. I feel like I haven't heard them talk about like wanting to have a skill. I'm gonna have Hyung-sik become best friends with Yoonah because I feel like that would just make sense for their relationship. And Hyung-sik has learned that Yoonah has a comedy skill. So, all right, they have become best friends, which is super cute. I'm loving that. I'm going to have him share a secret with her. And let's see, we're going to discuss some healthy relationships. I am curious to see new best friend. There's nothing better than becoming the best of friends with someone new. Also, I didn't introduce you guys, but this right here is Missy. This is his mother's dog. You can tell she's definitely spoiled. And wait, okay, let's pause this. What does this say? Yoonah just had her first experience understanding a positive or resilient romantic outlook. With enough of these kinds of experiences, Sims can develop the romantic sage trait. As she already passed her impressionable and formative years, this trait will be slightly harder for Yoonah to develop. Doing some work to learn about healthy romance, such as researching on the computer or talking to Sims in healthy relationships, will help to increase her understanding in order to develop the trait. That is interesting. I feel like I haven't ever seen that. That must be something that came with Love Struck. So Hyung-sik has the option to check out, so I'm going to have him do that because I'm assuming that's new and I haven't seen that interaction before. So let's see what happens. Hopefully she'll accept it. For some reason, they're always having an awkward encounter and I don't know why. He is flirting. So, okay, the next one should be the checkout. He's checking her out and he does seem to like what he sees. I'm going to have him ask to cuddle just to see if she'll agree to it. And it looks like she did. So, they are excited. Where are they going to go to cuddle? Girl, are you going into your room? Oh, they go to the bed to cuddle. Oh, I didn't realize that. Look at them getting in their jammies. Girl, you'll be feisty. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize this was like a thing. But look how cute they are. Their smiles, the way they're just like chatting about life. She's like, so tell me how everything at work went. And he's just like, I'm just trying to figure out some things with my mom and everything. She's like, you're going to do great. He's like, thanks. I really appreciate your support. Do you want to go stargazing with me? And then I figured we could go for a late night swim if you're up for it, of course. She's like, I would love that. But pretend he doesn't have his shirt off. Okay, guys, he would just be they would just be cuddling, maybe she was feeling still too tired, or he's just trying to be, sneaky. And I hear high heels, and I'm assuming that his mom is in here, but I'm not going to look because I'm going to pretend that his mom is not here because that is going to ruin the whole moment. And she, for the story's sake, she is at work right now, okay? So she is off doing her own thing and is not going to interrupt them. But this interaction is seriously so cute and I'm loving it. Both Yoonah and Hyung-sik have gotten outside of the house. As you can see how gorgeous it looks at night here. Look at this aurora borealis and the beautiful clouds and the clear sky. Like, it is a perfect night for them to be, stargazing. And even though they're not laying next to each other because, it's the Sims, just pretend that they are. and they're just chatting and enjoying one another's company. He's like, so tell me about your flight. How did things go? And Yuna's like, well, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty fun. The view was gorgeous going over the ocean. He's like, oh yeah, I really did enjoy the flight, out here or over to the island because it was really pretty. It's been a while since I've been there. And she was like, yeah, and Min and Do-hwan saw me off. And he's like, what did your parents think about you coming here? Well, I basically just told my mom that I was helping you with some business stuff, but I let my dad know that I was going to a party, and they're both supporting me and all that. So they wished me a safe trip, and so he's really happy to hear that. And just look at this view, like with the pond, look at the little duck and his little legs, his little flippers. And then look at this beautiful house over here. It's just so gorgeous. And he's like, do you see the stars? Look at the moon. Isn't it gorgeous? And this aurora borealis, I thought you might really want to see it. And I think she is really enjoying it. But he's like, hey, so why don't we go for a late night swim? So I think we're going to go ahead and have them do that, because I don't know where Yoonah is running off to, but I'm going to have him... Yeah, let's have not skinny dip together, but we're gonna have them swim here together. And I know it's like really cold outside. Okay, like I get it, but we're not gonna swim for super long because of that. But nothing to wake you up then, especially after a rough day, than to have a little dip. I mean, who doesn't want to swim in this freaking gorgeous pool? I mean, I definitely would. And there she is. She is just diving on in, and pretend, guys, like I said, Mrs. Park, she's at work. So that's what we're going to go with. And I know that this is going to be confusing because they are very, very similar. So his mother's name is Ji-yu, and I don't know why her last name says Paik. Did I spell that wrong? Might have been. Like, honestly, that's so me. It's okay, I'll go fix it. But so her name is Ji-yu, and then you have Ji-woo Kim. So I know that their names are very similar, but we're just gonna call, I think, her, we're just gonna call her Mrs. Park, and then we're gonna call her Ji-woo. So that way, or just G for short, but that way, yeah, we will get things moving along. But yeah, it does look like things are getting too chilly for them. So I'm going to get them to go downstairs. I think that would be fun, and have them maybe like watch a movie, just the two of them. Wouldn't that be cute? I don't know why I have a TV. I have a TV. They built it like that. Let's see. Oh, there is another. She does have a TV, but she doesn't have a couch to watch it on. But Hyung-sik does. So I think we'll go into his room. Okay, girl, so let's come in here and we are going to watch a movie. So let's watch a movie. Let's see, what should we do? Diamonds are for Sims. Lost Dog's Journey, Moonlight Massacre, Roaring Vice, Cinder, Sims of the Dead. So I think it would be funny if we have them watch like a scary movie just to see what she thinks. So I'm gonna have him watch it with Yoonah, and just so you guys know, he is like super attracted to her with this new attraction system that they have since Love Struck. Oh my gosh, guys, seriously, I love this family. So you guys haven't met him yet, but Hyung-sik does have a grandfather. We will meet him later, but he walked into Hyung-sik's room and literally started a fire in the fireplace to like set the mood for them, and that is literally like, Grandpa, he's got our back. The movie has started, and of course Hyung-sik is not sitting next to Yoonah because, the Sims don't like to listen. He seems to not be super interested in this movie, but I don't know why he's crying. But a breathtaking encounter. Hyung-sik's eyes were caressed by a truly magnificent sight as a particularly appealing Sim just entered his view. This fine specimen of a Sim now has Hyung-sik's undivided attention as they try to pick their jaw up from the floor. So yeah, he is really into Yoonah. So there seems to be this new option, cuddle while watching movie, and so I'm going to totally have them try this out. Let's see if it works. He's definitely thinking about it. Oh my goodness. OMG. Look. They are so cute. Look at them just giggling and laughing together. Oh my goodness, they're so happy. And do you see the way like he looks at her? Like he can't take his eyes off of her. Look at his beautiful blue eyes. Oh my goodness, Hyung-sik. And look, they're just laughing at the movie. He's like, it's really not that scary. So it looks like their movie has just finished, so I'm going to have them go ahead and say goodnight. So he's going to give her a quick little goodnight peck. He's like, thanks for spending some time with me tonight, Yoonah. I really appreciate it. I better get some sleep though and all that, but I'd love to take you out tomorrow. And she's like, I really like that, Hyung-sik. Thanks so much for coming to see me when you got home. And he's like, of course, good night, Yoonah. And oh my goodness, we've reached level 2 of the romance skill. I gotta see what this says. Hyung-sik can now share a sweethearts box with another sim. At level 2, Hyung-sik can also ask about exes and talk about exes in the early stages of a relationship and share deeply personal thoughts. He can also research woohoo techniques and talk about love life with friends. So I'm gonna get Yoonah all taken care of, and then I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Yoonah has woken up early before everybody else because she thought it would be a good idea to, make breakfast for everyone and try to just show her appreciation for them letting her stay here in this huge house. Plus, she'd be lying if she didn't want to experience cooking in such a big kitchen. So she has made some eggs Benedict for breakfast, and she is currently brewing some healthy green tea for everyone. And so it does look like this is Hyung-sik's grandfather. Guys, this is Yoonah Park, and so I'm going to have her go ahead and we'll have him come and grab a serving of this food just so that way he can come and enjoy some. His mother is still sleeping at the moment. It looks like Jiwoo has just woken up, so we'll have her also come and grab a serving. And look, she's just wanting to be friendly with everyone. I love that. That's so cute. And I'm going to go ahead and have Hyung-sik come and have some breakfast as well. Yoonah is feeling really happy. She's really excited. And where is the grandfather? Oh, there he is. There he is. So he hasn't met Yoonah yet officially. So here they are. She's grabbing herself some tea. And then I figured I'm going to have her come on over here. And let's have her, oh, has she already met him? Apparently she has. So I'll just have her come and chat with him. I didn't think we'd already introduced ourselves, but apparently she did. So she's like, hi, my name's Yoonah. Yoonah Yu from Sulani. And he's like, oh, so you're the young lady my grandsons talked about. It's nice to meet you. My name is Yoonah Park. And Hyung-sik's like, hey, Gramps, good morning. He's like, oh, there you are, son. How you doing? And he's like, oh, great. Did you know that Yoonah, she's a chef back on the island? He's like, really? Now that's interesting. So tell me more. And Hyung-sik's like, oh my gosh, look, he's growing a beard. Oh my gosh, Hyung-sik, I'm not used to seeing you like that. I mean, you look good like that too, but I was pretty sure I had turned all the facial hair stuff off, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, so it looks like her and the grandpa are having a really good conversation, and he's like, so you're a chef? She's like, well, one day I'd really like to open my own restaurant. That's kind of my goal. And he's like, well, that sounds fantastic. Is there a certain type of food that you'd like? And she's like, well, not really necessarily, but I mean, of course, things that are more prevalent to the island and whatnot. And look, he went and got himself some of the green tea. He's like, thank you for making this, honey. Like, this is one of my favorite things to have in the morning. How did you know? And our girl, she just knows, but it looks like everybody really enjoyed her food. We have that she's feeling very inspired. She understands the mechanical process, but also the art of bringing a stunning dish to the table. So I'm really happy to see that things went so well with the grandfather. But anyways, Hyung-sik is wanting to take our girl out so that they can go out on the town for a little bit, see what it's like. And girl, why are you making a drink so early in the morning? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, you just need to leave this alone. It is far too early for you to be doing that. Hyung-sik and Yoonah have arrived in downtown Willow Creek area, and you guys can see this beautiful street with all of these gorgeous shops and whatnot. So they're going to stop by in this little one here, which is, I think, like a cafe and an arcade and whatnot. But he's like, we need to get you some warmer clothes because it's pretty cold out here. And so she's like, yeah, I'd appreciate that. I really need that. I didn't even think about it. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I got you. I'll get get you covered. So we are going to come on in and check out the first floor. So it does look like we have a little cafe, and look at this arcade. That is so fun. And then it's like there's some kind of a restaurant. We do have a bar back here. It looks like we got some foosball tables. That is really cute. So I think let's go ahead and have them come in here to play an arcade game together and see if we can get them to do that, because they just want to relax and have a good time, enjoy one another's company. She's like, this little town is so beautiful. I really love it. Oh, no, Mom, we can't talk to you right now. Like, we're busy. We'll send her a text like, Mom, I'll call you later. Don't worry about it. Things are going great. I'm with Hyung-sik right now. And her mom's like, say no more, honey. I'll leave you alone. So here they go. They are playing together. Oh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Or I guess they're just doing teamwork. So, oh my goodness, that's a big one. It's basically like Space Invaders. These two did so good together. They had so much fun. They've just been laughing, and Yoonah was jumping up and down. She was like, Hyung-sik, go, 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 go. And so it looks like he did better than her. She must have died right there at the end. But girl, it's okay. You're doing great. So let's have them come in here next and I think play some darts. That would be really fun. So let's see how they do with that. It looks like there's some kind of an action movie going on in here as well. But I figured this way they just have a really nice, relaxing afternoon, get out of the house. His mom had to go to the office again, so she's not here, as well as his grandfather. But Yoonah doesn't know if his mom ate any of the breakfast that she made, but she's hoping she did. She's trying to like hopefully ease any tension since she hasn't really gotten a chance to see her or talk with her because she's been so busy. So I guess we will just have to find out. Way to go, Hyung-sik. You didn't do terrible. Looks like he got 3. All right, Yoonah girl, show us what you got. I want to see how well she's going to do on this. I don't have my Sims play darts very often. Oh, honey, no. That was the actual scores. Like, how about you hit the actual board? Where did it go? Oh, honey, you dropped it down here at your feet, didn't you? Yep, there it is. It's behind her. Oh, she's doing terrible. She got a 1. Hyung-sik is really doing great. He's got a score of 6 right now, and Yoonah has 1. So I don't know if she's going to even be able to keep up with that, but I mean, I guess we could try. Nope, this is definitely not her forte. She's still continuing to miss, and Hyung-sik's like, well, you know what, while you might be good at fishing, this is one thing I am good at. I used to play this all the time with my friends from college and all of that. She's like, oh, like those 2 that were at that party at the beach club? And he's like, oh yeah, those guys, yeah, I've been friends with them for a lot of years. We did meet at university though, so you know, we've been pretty close and we went to a lot of parties together and whatnot. And that's just like kind of a whole world that Yoonah doesn't know anything about because she never went to university. And oh my gosh, what are all these hearts? Girl, are you like interested in Yoonah? Because Yoonah's not interested in you. She got her boo right here. Also, aren't you like an elder or something? Yeah, she's an elder. And oh my gosh, look at Hyung-sik. He went up to a score of 7, which he did miss though a couple of times. But I definitely don't think that Yoonah's gonna win. So it does look like, yeah, Hyung-sik, the final score is 7-5. So Yoonah did bring it up a little bit more, but you know, it's okay. At least it wasn't like a terrible loss. And so yeah, Hyung-sik ended up beating Yoonah 7-5. So now they are trying some ping pong. She's just having a good time. She doesn't care what they're doing necessarily. She's just so happy to be spending time with Hyung-sik and getting to know him. And she's finding out that he's actually really good at a lot of sports. And just pretend that you don't see Meme's parents here, okay? We get that our Sims travel between all the different worlds. While these two are playing though, we did just find out, oh my gosh, Yoonah beat him. Way to go, Yoonah, that's awesome. So he's like, hey, I got a text from my grandpa, mom's coming home for dinner, so we all gotta head on back. And she's like, oh, are you sure? Your mom knows I'm there, right? And he's like, yeah, of course she does. So, all right, guys, let's head on over to the house for dinner. Everyone has gotten home for dinner, and so it looks like they are having some beef Wellington. And so the grandpa has come over. He's like, did you have fun with Hyung-sik today? What'd you two do? And Yoonah's telling him, well, we went out to the town and we went to like, there's a place in a shopping area that's got like an arcade and a lot of games. And we just had a good time. And he took me to get some winter clothes that I'm not too cold out here. But I'm going to have Yoonah come and sit down because she is going to chat chat here with Mrs. Park because she's finally here. And Mrs. Park isn't really acting very excited to see her and instead seems to be giving her like more warnings than anything, or I guess like kind of threats. So we're going to talk to her briefly here and just have, I think, kind of like an argument. That way it's like, we can just kind of have that discussion. But she's like, so the little island girl is going to the ball. Well, aren't you lucky? And Yoonah says, yeah, I do feel pretty lucky. And she's, well, honey, have fun while it lasts, because appearances are one thing, but having a repertoire and knowing your place is everything. And Yoonah doesn't really know how to take that. And Mrs. Park just says, I look forward to seeing how you present yourself at the party. Just remember who you're there with and the name that you'll be representing with that association. And Yoonah feels kind of threatened. Hyung-sik, pretend Hyung-sik's over here. But there he is. He's like, Mom, oh my gosh, why would you say something like that? She's like, I'm just trying to remind you that this party is a big deal for our company. And I need you on your best behavior, as well as who your guest is that you've decided to invite that is not used to going to things like this. And so Hyung-sik is just kind of agitated with his mom. He knows that she can be really pushy, but look, she's just walking away from this situation. She does not like Yoonah, and Yoonah seems to not really like her, but Yoonah is smiling. So I think she must have won that argument, honestly. Let me see what our moodlet is here. Oh, nope, she's an argument loser. Yep, argument triumph is what his mom says. Victory, watching your opponent's reason and rhetoric crumble before your implacable logic is immensely satisfying. So he's trying to check on Yoonah. He's like, hey, are you doing okay? I'm sorry about that. My mom, she can be pretty rough sometimes. And Yoonah's like, yeah, I'll be okay, Hyung-sik. I'm just gonna come over here and make myself a tang and zing and drink my worries away. That's basically what it seems like. But honestly, Yoonah is excited about going to the party with Hyung-sik, but yeah, after that whole discussion with his mother, she is definitely feeling concerned and worried because it's putting a lot of pressure on her. She knows that his mother's right. She doesn't know what kind of a world they live in and what type of environment or people these are all going to be, and so she is very concerned about it. She's worried. What if she makes a fool out of herself? She doesn't want to embarrass Hyung-sik, so she's thinking about talking to Ji-woo Kim about it. So I figure, oh look, what is she trying to do? Chat with Hyung-sik? I guess she could chat with Hyung-sik about it, and we could talk to Ji-woo maybe later. But let's see, where is Hyung-sik? Where is she going? Oh, he is downstairs. I don't know where our boy is downstairs. Let's see, where are you at? Oh, looks like he is hanging out on a computer in here. Of course he is. Oh, and he's feeling flirty. Interesting tips and tricks. He's researching woohoo techniques. Oh my gosh, of course you are. Hyung-sik found some interesting ideas while researching how to improve his woohoo technique. It got his imagination going. Boy, you need to calm your hormones down right now. But she's like, Hyung-sik, I'm feeling kind of nervous about this whole party thing. Do you have any suggestions or anything? He's like, Yoonah, as long as you stay with me, just don't worry about it. And if people try to talk to you, just be your friendly self. I mean, don't stress yourself out about it. You're not the one doing any kind of business deals. So really just be yourself, smile and laugh, and you'll be fine. You've got a great personality. I don't see why you won't get along with everybody. And Yoonah's like, yeah, maybe you're right. So she's really hopeful that things will go well. And I love that Hyung-sik's trying to comfort her, but he's like, hey, so I do have to go into work with my mom tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to spend time with you. And I just wanted to make sure that you're going to be okay. And Yoonah's a bit disappointed that she won't get to spend time with him, but she understands and she doesn't want to take him away. And plus, she doesn't want to make the mom more mad than she already is. So she's just going to be here at the house with his grandpa, and she's going to try to just make the most of that. So it is getting kind of late, so I'm going to go ahead and have her get herself ready for bed. We're going to start, she needs to use the bathroom badly, so let's go ahead and have her do that. Of course, the pet has a fear, and then I figure we'll have her just take herself a nice little bath. Like, let's do something, a muscle relaxing, or no, let's do lavender foam because that'll help her get nice and sleepy and tired. And then hopefully she'll sleep and let her worries just go away. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It is the next morning and Yoonah has woken up to have some breakfast. She's getting some of the leftover eggs Benedict that she made yesterday. And Hyung-sik and his mother have already left for work, so they are both currently gone. So just Jiwoo and his grandfather, Eugene Park, is here, which he's told us just that we can call him Mr. Park because, you know, which makes more sense to her because he's older. So naturally she feels like that makes more sense to call him Mr. Park than to hear Hyung-sik being called that. But you know, it looks like he is making some healthy green tea. He really does like to have that in the mornings. But I figure we will come over here. We're going to talk about the cold temperature and how Hyung-sik did help us get some clothes yesterday for it because it is supposed to be chilly. And it looks like she has really good conversations with him, and I really, really like that. We're going to have them discuss some interest, and we're going to kind of just do some jokes with him. And let's see, what else can we do? We can find out some more things that he enjoys, which it looks like he learned that Yoonah has the comedy skills. So they are having a good conversation, but he's like, hey, so while Hyung-sik's out, I wouldn't mind, well, would you mind if I took you out shopping? And she's like, well, what kind of shopping? He's like, well, you need to get something to wear for the party, right? And she's like, oh, that's right, like I need to get a dress. He's like, I think that I should take you because I think we should surprise Hyung-sik with how you look, right? And Jiwoo, she just smiles and agrees. She's like, if that's what you wish to do, Mr. Park, then that is what we'll do. So he's like, yeah, let's head on into town. Are you all right with it? And Yoonah, she's kind of surprised, but she feels really good that the grandfather's being so kind to her. And it makes her feel better too to know, because obviously he's probably been to all these parties. And so if anyone knows how things should be or what she should look like, it should be him and Mrs. Kim. So, oh, it looks like their maid has arrived, and girl, hold up. Why you got some crazy eyeshadow on? Anyways, so let's go ahead and get Yoonah ready and let's head on downtown. They have arrived downtown and it does look like it is raining. So we are at this cute little shop here, and his grandfather is telling Yoonah, he's like, now I know this place doesn't look like much, but this has got some of the top fashions, but you just have to know who to talk to and who to ask. And so Yoonah, she believes him. She's not going to question it. So she's like, absolutely, sure. So look at all of these cute mannequins. Do they really have mannequins in different poses like that? I feel like I don't remember seeing them look that way. Wow. Oh, we got one in lingerie over here. Okay, well, looks like he is just shopping through everything. There's like a little mini market, which is really cute. I like that. And let's see upstairs. Oh, this is where a shop owner lives. So that's cute. I love this. Oh, looks like they must have a baby as well. And look at these dressing rooms with like these sheer curtains. Oh, those are really pretty. And I love the chairs that are in there as well. Let's have Yoonah come on over and go ahead and try something on. Let's have her try this outfit. So here she goes, and she does, girl, I didn't even see you wear it. Put it back on, and we're going to pause it so she doesn't change out of it too much. Okay, or too fast. So there are her heels. She does actually look really pretty with this on. I do like it, but the white is a little much for a party, so yeah, we're probably gonna have to say a no to that one. And I know that this isn't like a party dress, a lot of these, because I'm gonna obviously dress her up in cast on my own, but for the story's sake, we are over here trying on clothes. Oh dang, girl, you just over here putting lingerie on, tay on. All right, here comes Yoonah. She's making her way over. And I like this girl's winter outfit. It is pretty cute. But look at what Yoonah's cute winter clothes. And oh my goodness, let's take a look. Oh, this dress actually looks really cute on her. It looks very comfy, very good for like beach wear. So we'll have her try on this one too. And it looks like his grandfather is wanting to come over to chat with her. But I love this cute little sweater and the blue jeans, and oh my gosh, look at her. I mean, I feel like the outfit itself isn't bad, but the hat does not suit her style at all. His grandfather has come over to chat with her. He's like, hey, I think I found something that will be really, really good for you. I think it'll suit you and your style, and I think Hyung-sik will really like it. It's something that they haven't released yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it. I've already got your size, so don't worry, all is well. I will take care of everything. So Yoonah's like, oh, okay. And he's like, the only thing I need to know is the color that you want. And so he goes through and tells her the different color options. And so Yoonah has decided, and we're going to have to wait and see what that looks like, and just pretend that our sister Hanyul is not here either. But I figured Yoonah would come on over and check out some of the things in this store. She's wanting to try one of the local drinks, so I think we would get her this one, this fizzy drink. Let's have her go ahead and drink one. It's like maybe like a pear and peach thing, but it is the color that she likes. And girl, why are you feeling sad? People peeling away. Okay, honey, you are totally fine. Also on this build, I just have to say, like, I love the little plants they've got hanging up here, these cars and parking spots, like how they made this. Like, I really, really like that. That's very creative. And oh, I didn't even realize that there's dumpsters back here. So Yoonah and his Hyung-sik's grandfather have been just chatting and talking about everything. She did meet up with the shop owner, and they discussed more in depth about the options for her dress, and so she's feeling really excited about it. A little nervous, but excited nonetheless. But he's like, all right, well, are you ready to go? Because he was finishing up some last minute talks with him, or discussions, not talks. But she's like, yeah, I think that'll be good. So we're going to go ahead and head on back, because Yoonah is actually going to go to work. I know she would actually be on vacation, but I'm just going to go ahead and let her go. And so we'll just head on back to the house with the grandpa. Yoojin Park is back at the house, as well as Jiwoo Kim. And yeah, they are just having a nice relaxing evening, and he is gonna come in here and chat with Mrs. Park. And yes, guys, look at her gorgeous winter outfit. But she had to come home for a minute to go through and find some files that they needed for one of their other deals that they're working on. So Hyung-sik is still currently there at the office. And yes, guys, like I said, I know Yoonah's at work. Just don't worry about it, okay? We're just gonna let her do her thing right now. But anyways, I think this is a good point for us to end the episode. We had a lot go on. She got to spend some one-on-one time with Hyung-sik, and then she got some warnings from his mother about the party, and now she's going to have her dress for the party. So we got some exciting things in the next episode. So thank you so much, Tater Tots, for joining me. If you aren't subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me when you guys are a part of my channel, and especially when you guys hit that like button. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying my content. And don't forget to leave a comment. If you haven't yet, leave one. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the series and what your thoughts are and what do you think is going to happen, because I love reading your comments and just seeing what you guys are all thinking. So anyways, thank you once again, Tater Tots, and I will catch you next time. See ya! 'Cause girl, you make me